Well, there was some hope that during this meeting, which is the quarterly Security Council debate on the Middle East, that there might be a vote on a resolution put forward on Israel and Gaza by the United States. But it seems unlikely at that time that this will happen because the United States still fears that it would not get enough support and is trying to garner more support. This is a meeting that will have in attendance many foreign ministers, including US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, and also the Palestinian and Israeli foreign ministers and French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna. There could be some sparks flying with the Palestinian and Israeli foreign ministers in attendance at a time of extreme tensions in the Middle East. They will likely discuss all of the issues that have been raised by this resolution put forward and ongoing efforts to get hostages released, ongoing efforts to get more aid into Gaza and ways to de-escalate. At least that is the hope of the United Nations. Guterres will be speaking, and the Middle East envoy for the UN, Tor Wennestam, will also be briefing via video link on the latest situation. This debate is likely to go on for a long time. There are an awful lot of speakers. Let me tell you a bit about this resolution that has been put forward, but as I said, which is unlikely to come to a vote at this point. There have been two other resolutions put forward in previous days. Neither of them have passed. There was one put forward by Russia that did not get enough support to pass, another put forward by Brazil that the United States vetoed. The US said that it did that because it did not explicitly state Israel's right to defend itself. Now, the resolution that's now been penned by the United States makes that right very clear, but it does not, like previous resolutions, mention either a ceasefire or efforts to move towards a ceasefire, or even call for humanitarian pauses. It does call for efforts to make sure that aid can get in to Gaza, but there have been criticisms of the wording in the resolution saying that whilst it is very pro-Israeli, it does not also consider the plight of the Palestinian civilians on the ground. And so there are conversations underway to try and find some sort of compromise so that the UN Security Council can pass a resolution, because up until now it has not managed to take any action or have a united stance on trying to move towards de-escalation and trying to produce any kind of product to stop this war.
Yeah, Jessica, isn't that one of the many, criticisms that exist of the United Nations? It's a kind of a forum where other tensions play out even separately to the actual issue of the day. I mean, we can see there the dynamic between the United States and Russia, with, of course, the irony of Russia calling for a ceasefire. It's kind of like a meta theater of international politics, almost separate from what's on the ground.
Right, that's a good way to describe the Security Council. It's often like that. And right now, we do have this grotesque situation in which Russia's trying to present itself as the good guy, putting forward a resolution which basically calls for a ceasefire, and then that not getting enough support, and then the United States vetoing a resolution that even had much more gentle, watered-down wording calling for humanitarian pauses. That allowed Russia to really go and preach in the Security Council about human rights. But that's all very rich when you look at what Russia is doing and how it's breaking international law in Ukraine. It's invaded a sovereign state. And so the US and other Western powers are very keen to point out that whilst Russia's trying to present itself as the good guy, it is really committing egregious human rights abuses in Ukraine. There's just been a UN report released detailing some of the torture and atrocities committed by Russian soldiers in the Russian invasion of Ukraine.